and get people to think. Get them thinking about this Bible alone. It's not scriptural. It was invented by Martin Luther. It was invented by a man. Get them to think about this. And get them to think about, you are now the ultimate authority. And look what history has shown us. Under this system here, when you become the ultimate authority, we have now over 30,000 different denominations using this system. Okay? Using this system, we have one for 2,000 years. These are facts, historical facts. Is there something wrong with this picture? Okay? Try to get them to think. And then one last thing. What I'm trying to do is get you back to the basics when talking about some of this stuff. Then you can develop into specifics. But again, what is the lowest common denominator that we should always default to determine the truth?
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Let's go back to the basics. What we know is absolutely true. Christ is the ultimate source of authority, right? He is the way, the truth, and the light, right? Okay. Then what did Christ do? He chose people. He chose 12 apostles. What did he do with those 12 apostles? He taught them. What did he teach? He taught now that the apostles the fullness of truth. Everything that he wanted mankind to know forever. What is that called? He chose apostles. He taught them the deposit of faith, the totality of what he wanted people to know. Okay? Why did he do that? Why did Christ do that?
Because he wasn't going to be around forever.
He's going to leave. He's going to heaven, right? So he wanted to leave everything that he wanted people to know to 12 apostles. And what did he give these 12 apostles? What gave them the right to go out and preach?
He gave them authority.
He gave them authority. Right? He gave them authority to go out to speak on his behalf. So the apostles did that. They went out and they spread the good news. How did they do it?
Orally.
They did it orally. Why did they do it orally?
No Bible.
There was no Bible. And this has a word.
Tradition.
It was by tradition, oral tradition, they went out and proclaimed what Christ taught them. But then unfortunately, we have a problem with the 12 apostles. What's the problem? They're going to die. So now they have the deposit of truth. How was the deposit of truth going to be preserved? By laying of hands, ordination, they passed on their authority to their successors. And they taught their successors the deposit of faith. Okay? And this is what I just show this to people and ask them. Just walk them through this. And then they ordained other people and so forth. Where did this break down? Ask people to show you. If they do not believe in the Catholic Church, somewhere along this line, they believe that this process ended. Show me. Where did it end? And have them show you. And then another component. I know I mentioned this earlier. If somebody comes up to you with this book and wants to prove to you that this book contradicts the Catholic Church, what is our response? Who put the book together? It was the Catholic Church who put the book together based on what? Every book that goes into that book had to correspond to their beliefs. So how can the Catholic Church put something into this book that was against its beliefs? It doesn't make sense. So we know every book in there corresponds to the Catholic Church, so how can anything in there contradict the Catholic Church?
Yeah, see, now, what I don't understand is they believe that the Bible is inspired by God. Why would he give it to the Catholic Church and then say, you're not inspired by God, just this book is that we entrusted you to write?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Some people say, well, at that point in time, the Catholic Church had authority, but before that it didn't, and after it didn't. If the Catholic Church has authority in 400 AD, it had to have authority prior to that, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need, folks. Do you realize before that, before 400 AD, we have the Nicene Creed?
Yep.
We have other components that the Church taught specifically about the Catholic Church. So what about those? If it's true in the Catholic Church, in the Bible, it has to be on these other doctrines. So authority. So the bottom line is, just please know your faith so that you can talk to people about our faith.